Well, hello there. Welcome to the Watchers Plug. Now, today we're going to be watching as Apostle Arome or Osayi teaches on the quickest way to die. At least that's what he calls it. He teaches on a very sensitive matter. He says that most people just pray. Often in the Christian circles, people tend to bind spirits. They tend to pray against certain spirits. It could be family spirits or spirits that are there in the area that they live or at work. They just tend to bind these spirits without having the authority in the realms of the spirit to do such things. Now, to actually get more from this video, make sure to watch to the very end of the video. Remember to share with your friends, your family and colleagues. Shalom, stay blessed.
Easiest way to die, if you want to die, let me tell you one way to die. Wake up in the morning and begin to rebuke spiritual wickedness in the heavenly realms. Continue in that activity. Give us money before you do it. Let's arrange coffin and those other matters. You have transgressed your jurisdiction and it cannot end well with you. Now, the issue of Daniel reveals to us how spiritual warfare is executed. Are you there? So, we have principalities, we have powers, we have the rulers of the darkness of this world, this our own world. Are you there? These three entities are within the scope where the authority of man is efficacious, but spiritual wickedness is in another domain. Are you there now? So if God sends you to accomplish something and spiritual wickedness is involved, as you are interceding, heaven assigns angelic personalities to deal at that level. Is that clear? So there is supposed to be a partnership between the prophet and the angelic personality that is assigned to deal in the realms of spiritual wickedness. That is not your realm. Good. So many good men have died because they did not. I hope you know Jesus is our example on every matter because he's the pattern man. If you show me anywhere in the Bible where Jesus, when he was as a man, dealt with spiritual wickedness in heavenly places, I will come and correct this message. And the reason why I am doing this teaching is both for the purpose of enlightenment and for us to understand the working circuitry that upon which spiritual warfare is anchored on. Now, so there was an incompatibility. How many of you used to watch wrestling those days? Do they still do wrestling? Because, sorry, I'm not too current on many matters anymore, you know. Those days in wrestling, there was something called tag team partners. Two people will be on the red corner or the blue corner, and then when one goes to fight and is exhausted, all he needs to do is to shake the other guy, then the other guy is activated to come take his place. So there is that tag team relationship that exists between the prophet and the angelic personality that is assigned to take over the battle within the context of the realm of spiritual wickedness, which is beyond the scope of our own authority as men. Is that right? All right. So in this tag team relationship, Gabriel discovered that his tag team partner that was upon the face of the earth did not have adequate utterance. He had a deficiency in utterance that was limiting his dexterity in battle. And that deficiency was occasioned by his ignorance of the context of the warfare. Are you there? Do you realize that a lot of your victory will elude you if you are not adequately informed about the context of warfare? And that's why we cannot overemphasize the need for revelation knowledge when we are tackling spiritual things. So the assistance that Gabriel was getting from Daniel was minimal, and it was Gabriel's ministry of intercession that was creating the legitimacy for the angelic intervention. Do you understand that? You know, I told you that prayer is earthly permission for heavenly interference. Heaven wants to interfere, but heaven will not be able to interfere legitimately until the prophet, until the intercessor begins to supply the resources of prayer. Then the activities become legitimized and they can enter into the space and begin to influence things from their own realm. Do you get that? So the resources of prayer that Daniel was making available to support the activity that was taking place overhead was minimal, and the reason was because Daniel was ignorant of the warfare. So the angel showed up and said, you know, previously he used to show up in dreams and in visions, but he could no longer use that approach. He had to show up in bodily appearance, and the reason for that was because of the emergency. he wanted to upgrade Daniel to give him what he called what? Skills and what? Understanding. Now you are following me. Now, the first question I need to ask Chief Donatus, how much understanding do you have about the spiritual shape of your family?